Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Vladivostok and we are on domination in the middle of Trident. So yeah. Now you guys know that I've been pushing the whole narrative of getting away from talking about my teammates and going back to talking about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So that's what I'm going to try to focus on in this match. Because, whew, this one's a doozy, folks. I'm not talking about the damage. Trust me, the damage is not going to be the highest in this fight. However, it's going to be a sticky situation a lot of the time. So, hopefully you guys are ready. We're going to get into this. We're going to push up towards A. Now, remember, I've been telling you guys, because apparently a lot of people don't understand that the maps are balanced a specific way to try to get teams to move a certain way and all of that. Which means we are on the weak side of our spawn. Okay? Our side of the map, we are the weak side. But that doesn't mean you should just always abandon it. Now, there are 4 enemy destroyers on both teams. That's 8 total. And we only have 1 cruiser on each team, which is not preferable. That means there's a lot of battleships that could potentially have really bad games because of just torpedoes coming from everywhere. Myself included. Now, if there's one thing that I have gotten pretty good at over the years, it's knowing when I'm going to be facing torpedoes and at least giving myself the best possible chance to avoid most of them. I'm not perfect. I don't dodge everything, but I dodge a heck of a lot more torpedoes than just about every other battleship captain I've ever seen. And that's pretty good. But, I mean, you look at the ships that I frequent most. They're giant, slow, like, turning. They don't turn very well. So, if you look at that, you can understand why I have to get better. Now, here, our first shot at the Synop goes relatively well. We did get 1 Citadel on him, which is, you know, great. I mean, it is a Synop. He is broadside on, and it should have been a deletion. But the Vladdy and every other Russian battleship struggles outside of 11 kilometers, even with the dispersion build, which is what I'm currently running. But we get a shot at the Benham here. We're going to take it. And unfortunately, just as we fire the guns, he disappears slightly, and somehow that makes him teleport forward and not get hit. Or maybe my shells were just off. Maybe my shot was terrible. But I thought it was a pretty good lead, and he just didn't take any damage from it. Now, this Benham has sailed himself into a 3-way crossfire between all of my destroyers. Put that into a thought. Okay, he has done the right thing now of smoking up and trying to disengage. That is the best thing that Benham could do. Now, me, personally, I'm going, oh god, that was a Benham. There are going to be 16 torpedoes headed in my direction in the very near future. Luckily for me, that's not the case. The guy decides to do the unthinkable and sail away and then attack the 1 ship in the entire 3... like, there are 3 ships against him that are good targets for him. And he chooses the 1 ship that will absolutely wreck him. The 1 ship that has the exact same rate of fire as him and has an extra gun. So, in my mind, I'm not worried about him. He's on the backside of an island. I'm going to focus the Synop. So that's what I get back to doing. Now, we still have 3 destroyers on my side, and that is the only reason that I stayed here on this side initially, is because we had so much support. Unfortunately for me, the support that I do have on this side is iffy. So we are going to try to do everything in our power to turn the fight in our favor, which means shooting at the destroyer. And so destroyer's trying to sneak back behind the island. We get the shot off. Are we going to be able to pull it off this time? Pow! Taking him down, removing the 16 torpedo threat from the battle. Now, the good news is that is the scariest moment that we're going to have to face for the moment. Now, unfortunately, our Benson goes down to their Cleveland. And fortunately, their Cleveland is now spotted for me to shoot at. But even better is our Benson manages to torp a Cleveland, which is ridiculous to me because it's Cleveland, man. How do you not... You shot him and killed him. How are you not expecting the torpedoes? Never mind. So, we're trying to stay in the base, capture the base. Unfortunately, we are a battleship, which means we are detected. I turn to bow tank the Synop, and also turn away from the looming threat of 2 battleships coming from the right side of the map back across to engage me. Or at least that's what I assume that they are doing. You can see them on the map. It is a Gneisenau and an Alabama. Now, that shot looks beautiful, and I thought this guy was dead right there. Unfortunately, the game was like, no, Spartan. No, Spartan. He's giving you a flat broadside and a Synop. You're in a Vladdy. You get good dispersion. Why would we let you Citadel him? That's insanity. Now that he's angled, though, we're going to let you hit him and do significant amounts of damage to him. Because why wouldn't we? And so with this shot here, you'll see I'm trying to watch. He's obviously slowing down. He's not going full speed reverse anymore. So he's trying to change direction. We waited, we get our chance, and now all of a sudden an enemy Minsk pops up, and oh my god, those torpedoes. But he misjudged. And because we turned away from him, the threat of the battleships coming back and the destroyer just happened to be right there as well, we managed to stay alive for now. Not that that would have killed us. I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, only 2 torpedoes. They're Russian, not the biggest problem in the world. So, that being said, we are right next to this guy, and oh my god, we finally Citadel the Synop, finishing him off and giving us 85,000 damage. Now, immediately after shooting that shot, I knew the guy was probably dead at that point. It's be very, very trolly if they would have not given me the kill on that one. But I switched immediately to HE because I know I'm going to be engaging this destroyer. Now, I struggle shooting people in smoke screens. I can see him firing his guns, and I know, generally speaking, I should be able to hit him. Now, whether that was just bad dispersion, or the game is just like, no, you needed to fire a little higher. So maybe next time I get into this situation, I'll fire a little bit higher, closer to where the shells are coming from. But I was really hoping that I would absolutely wreck him there. Unfortunately, didn't happen. Now, his smoke is starting to dissipate, which means he's going to get spotted very, very soon. He's also got to be getting close to having his torpedoes back, which is why I'm not currently using my damage con to put out 2 fires. Because if I do, and then I take a torp, bad things happen. Luckily, this guy comes out, gets himself detected. I'm able to absolutely wreck him, 7,800 damage, and he launched all of his torpedoes in a wide spread, and I was able to get myself into a pocket and avoid getting touched, which is huge. Now, I have no idea why my destroyer friend in the moss, who just spotted the guy, didn't fire a single shot until just now, but, you know, it is what it is. I can't make up what they do. But Minsk, if you think you're getting away with this, you are crazy. And down he goes. Now, as soon as I shot that shot, I knew he was going to die, and it was time to switch back to armor piercing for our fight with the Atlanta. We're currently sitting at 98,000 damage done. We've got our high caliber already, and so everything that we get from here is just icing on the cake. So we are backing into a base so that we can try to get that base capture. As you can see, we have started it, and this Alabama is just begging for it right now. But, you know, he is angled slightly away. And unfortunately, the dispersion just wasn't there on that one. We managed to ricochet 2 shells, only got 1 pin, 1 overpin. It's not preferable, but he's a battleship. He's going to get spotted again. The Benson's out there doing what he's got to do to try to keep him lit up. I'm only assuming that the Benson was in a smoke screen or something at that time. Now that he's back, I'm about loaded, and I'm going to be able to get another shot. Unfortunately, Alabama does take down the Benson. But he fired his guns, which means he's still spotted through the smoke screen. So we're able to get a nasty chunk off of him, and the Benson comes through and absolutely torps the ever-living crap out of him. So well done on our 2 Bensons. Even in death, they managed to just crap out a bunch of torpedoes, and their torpedoes found the mark. And Benson gets the credit for the kill. We end up with 116,000 damage done in a rough battle for a Vladdy. It's not known for being agile, so the fact that we had to dodge so many torpedoes in that match at point-blank range was pretty fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get back to doing some of the other ships as well, but it's been a while since we did the Vladdy, so I just wanted to drop this one on you guys. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.